How old was Job? Job was 140 years. I even write it on the board, Deacon. What do you think about that right now, Deacon? 10 CDs, you know. Have a seat. Yapar, stand for me. Yapar, how many generations did Job see? Huh? 3 generations. Job said 3 generations. Who teach you that? Aisha is the teacher? Stand. How much generation did Job see?
No, I know. What that? What is she going on?
Ask for help. You know it? Stand. How much generation Job left to see?
That won't move the eyebrow somewhere.
Your father understand.
It's in the wood that way.
How much generation did Job live to see? 3. Sister Joanna. 4. This Sister Joanna. Sister Joanna, stand for me.
Hey.
Which one of them do you want to sit, Sister Joanna?
Hold on, that was our Tuesday.
Yapar, have a seat. When I say you stand. 10 generations. Oh, will that person live to see 10 generations? Hey, Shama, 10 generations. I won't feed you for 10 days.
They won't eat.
No food for 10 days, man.
But if a person lives to 10 generations, they can't eat.
Hey.
In this day and age, they can't
All right.
eat.
So listen. So Job lived to see 4 generations, can?
Can.
And the Most High saying lived to see a blessing old age. So Deacon, you have a next about 160 years left, sir.
Oh boy.
If anything happened then, Sister Yawana and these brothers, children you have, Zaman, they kill you. Right?
Yeah.
I know in Ghana you can't joke like that, right? But I don't care, I'm not Ghanaian, I'm Israelite. So get Deuteronomy 4 for me. So we want to talk about grandchildren. Okay? Because it's a different love with grandparents and grandchildren. I don't know if you know that. But even the Bible tells you that the mother and the father will beat the child. But when the mother and father see the grandchild can get away with murder now. Right? So even the Bible tells about that. Get me Deuteronomy 4 verse 8, Shoma.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse number 8. And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
So you see that? It's a question. What nation is so great? Look at us now. We have no laws, we have no rules, we turn our back on them. So when the Most High delivered us from Egypt, this is the question Moses was asking. What nation is so great that have laws, statutes, and judgment? Is judgment practical today?
No.
But would judgment be practical today? In terms of if somebody steals a bottle of water, they have to replace back 7.
No.
It wouldn't be? So don't you think it would be better today?
Go on.
Yes. I know that.
Mhm.
So the reason how would the person steal? That's the question.
But that's it with a lot of that's Cain. Remember, even the Most High asked Cain, didn't you know what you were supposed to do? And he still go and do wrong. Because you know they say Egypt is a country in the world that have the most one-hand person. Egypt is a country that have the most one-hand man. Because when they steal in Egypt, the law is you have to lose your hand. Yeah, and even some people don't have no hands, so they steal more than one.
Those that they were caught.
Yes, when they get caught. Right? Read verse 9, Shema.
Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently,
Mm-hmm.
lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen,
Read.
and this day depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons,
Teach them to who?
thy sons,
Teach them to Zarak.
thy sons,
Read.
and thy sons' sons.
And Zarak, son.
Mm.
Do you understand what's happening here?
Mm.
Nobody was there to teach us this. So now the Most High revealed it to us. No, so the Most High said, it's our duty to teach our children. And even your children, you must teach. You understand me? So you cannot look at a child and say, oh, it's not teach a child. Because the Most High said, I'm going to kill him. But when I kill him, the Most High said, you kill that. Just imagine that. The Most High say, hey, Gadar, you killed that boy. And you say, I never killed him, I never touched him. What are you going to do? Tell the Most High say you're not guilty? The Most High say, you kill him. Because the Bible says, warn the wicked. Because if you don't want the wicked, I'm going to kill him. And when I kill him, I'm going to require the blood at your hand. You kill him, because you never want him. So it's very important that we teach our own and our children. Get Deuteronomy 6 verse 2. Start from verse 1, Brother Shaman.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse number 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither you go to possess it.
That was in Zion. Read on.
That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his
No, keep
commandments.
some of them.
All
Read.
his statutes and his commandments,
Read.
which I command thee, thou and thy son. and thy
Though you
son's
must
son.
teach them to you, the sons. So that's 3 generations there, can?
All the days of thy life, and
Read.
that thy days may be prolonged.
So when you do that, the days may be prolonged. And the days prolonged is spiritual. Because I said, you have it in your hand to direct your what? Your?
Future.
Your future. Because just like Yahushua said, Lazarus is just sleeping, right? The day come when you fall asleep. And then no, your son's son will bring you back. What life are you coming into? Hmm? Whatever you put in, guess what you're going to get? Whatever you put in, that's what you get. So all of this, get me 17:4, Proverbs. Sisters and mom, who write the book of Proverbs? Who? King Solomon was only king of Israel. What number King Solomon ranked in the kings of Israel? 1, 10, 7, or 2? Well done, have a seat. At least they never waste all the father. What we have? Proverbs 17. At 4 says, I think I want verse 6.
Proverbs chapter 17, verse 6.
Start from verse 4. Verse 4 is so light. 17 verse 4. But I need verse 6, but I like verse 4.
Proverbs chapter 17, verse number 4.
Read.
A wicked doer giveth heed to false lips.
So wicked will take heed to lying lips. Read.
And a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue.
A liar giveth ear to a what?
Naughty tongue.
Read.
Whoso mocketh the poor will check his maker.
Read.
And he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished.
So if you're happy when something happens to somebody, guess what the Bible says will happen to you? Moses say, I will not leave you unpunished. Your day coming. Can? So if you see somebody steal my shoes, just give me your shoes. Don't laugh at me. Like I have a phone you're selling, just buy me an iPhone. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, just imagine you go to a girl and say, "Hi sister, put your number in this." What do you think will happen, Gadar?
A lot.
You think I should put her number in there?
Oh boy. She said no.
She said
Only
no.
when you are having an iPhone with you, along with this, then they will know you are just using that.
All right. So this have WhatsApp, sister Joanna? BBM? In my days growing up, it was BBM. Remember BBM, OR? You remember BBM, Mayan?
Blackberry.
Yeah, BBM. I remember BBM.
I used
All right, read on verse 6 now.
Verse number 6. Children's children are the count of old men.
What is this said, Deacon? Read it again. Huh?
Children's children are the count of old men.
So you're calling Deacon old man?
No, he doesn't have to mention.
That's it.
Not yet. See if I make it be old. Last week you were stronger than him. I'm keeping record of everything, you know. All right. I don't forget that thing. So you see what they said? Children, because as I said, what the children get away with, the grandchildren can get away with it. What the children don't get away with, the grandchildren will always get away with it. You understand me? So that's why I know the Bible said children are the crown of all who?
Men.
So why it didn't say woman? That's a whole next story, man.
Yep. Hold up.
Read on.
And the glory of children are their fathers.
The glory of children are their who?
Their fathers.
But the world changed. Because now the child will put the mother up there, everything. Mommy this, mommy that. Mommy, because the mother will allow her child to be indulged in wickedness. Do you know that? The daughter can be a whore, dress up like a whore, everything. And guess who is beside her?
His mother.
How many fathers you see beside her? What's her name? Bantu? Ajia Bantu. Yeah, Bantu. Oh, you know her name? You follow her on Instagram? Okay. Have you ever seen her with her father?
Follow her.
No.
You do.
Daddy, I know. Eh? Have you ever seen her with her father? You never see her with her father. That's why even in the society today, they have Mother's Day before father. How is that possible? If you ask somebody to name me the 10 Commandments, the child will say another mother and their father. But the Bible said the father and the mother. So you see that? So children heritage are what?
Their fathers.
Are the crown of their fathers. So when any child in the lineage do anything outstanding, the father is happy wherever he is, man. You understand me? So that's why even that, it's a requirement for man to take care of their children. Right? Read verse 7.
Excellent speech becometh not a fool. Much less will lion lips a prince.
So you see, excellent speech. You speak excellent, nobody will call you a fool. So that's why I'll make you read something and then you give the understanding. So when you go there, you know what you're talking about. Can? So Shammai, get me Psalms 127:2, sir. What's wrong with you? You better know your timetable today. Okay.
Psalms chapter 127 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
For so he giveth his beloved sleep.
So you see that? So know what David said, it's vain for anybody to want to do anything of their own free will. So that's one thing we have to keep in our what? Our mind. Anything you want to do after yourself is vain. So that's why you come with an idea, for your lineage, your children, what you should do to it with it? Bring it to the Most High. Can? What is 128, Shama? Salaki. Verse 5.
For Psalms chapter 128, verse number 5
And 6.
and 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall bless thee out of Zion.
Where the Most High shall bless us from?
Out of Zion.
So if He go and bless us out of Zion, where do we live?
Zion.
The Most High live in where? Okay, read on.
And thou shalt see the good of Jerusalem
Read.
all the days of thy life.
Read on.
Yea, thou shalt see the children's children, and peace upon Israel.
So you shall see your children what?
Children.
And peace. So grandchildren is a good thing. You understand me? Every parents want to have grandchildren. Or every parent should want to have grandchildren. Put it that way. Right? So he said, yea, thou shalt see thy children. But in the case of this, you don't want to see your children in captivity, really. This is something that we should establish where? In Jerusalem. And as you know already, you read Job 42:16, can? Where you tell about Job, say 4 generations. Not 10, but 4. You understand me? And Job lived how many years? Shama? Do it. Don't worry. Zamar, stand for me. Man, what you do? Playing with your beard? Okay, just checking. Sister Zamar, shalom. Listen, y'all better say Mr. Josiah. If y'all say anything otherwise from Mr. Josiah, it's going to be a problem. Sister Zamar, how many sons did Job have, madam?
Both sons and daughters are our sons.
Just the sons. I'm not ready for the daughter yet. So Deacon, no. How many sons did Job have, madam? 7. Well done. Name the first one. You only know the daughter name. I never asked you the daughter name. The Bible tells you nobody should go to Job 42 Deacon. You all a bunch of Amy, Papa. Eh? Everybody gone to Job 40. Look at me all. Eh? We just read it. Job first son. What is his name? I tell me the letter in the alphabet that his name stands with. I'm on to you. Alright, sit. Don't worry, I'll be back. Where you are from, Shaman? Get me Isaiah 59:21. The book of Isaiah 59. Start at 20, Shaman. Isaiah 59 verse 20. How many daughters did Job have? Sir, how many daughters did Job have? Okay, you're not ready for me. Rapper daughter, how many daughters did Job have? Okay. My daughter. My daughter, Papa. Zarak, how many daughters did Job have? Have a seat. Then you'll say I'm not merciful. Am I not fair? Am I fair or why? Okay. Am I fair, Shaman? Thank you. Read on where you are from it, Shaman.
Isaiah 59, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Redeemer shall come to Zion.
The Redeemer shall come to where?
Zion.
And who is this Redeemer? Yahushai. Read on.
And unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
So you see, who is he coming to?
Them.
The one that turned from transgression.
In Jacob.
So this is the marriage. This is ready. This is the marriage. This is everything ready. So the one who turned now, the Bible says Yahweh shall come to them where?
Zion.
In where?
Zion.
In Jerusalem, Zion. Zion. Holy Mount Zion. Stand? Sisters of mine, stand for me. Shamak said to ask you, how much mountain cover Jerusalem? A lot. Okay, have a seat. Thank you. Read on, Shamak, 21.
Verse number 21. And as for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth,
Read.
nor out of the mouth of thy seed.
So you see that. So when you teach your children, the Most High said, your children might grow up and say, this is what my father do. You understand me? So the word of God will never depart out of your seed. Read.
Nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed.
So you see, the Most High gone 3-4 generations now. So that's why the Bible said, teach a child, and then that child will never do what? The word is staying in them. Because the Most High word is wisdom. Everything is knowledge. Right? Read on.
Saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever.
So you see, so your seed will get it. When you do what? When you teach them. Right? So get me Genesis, Shama. Not Gen. No, get me Proverbs 13:22.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse number 22.
Start at 20.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse number 20.
Mm-hmm.
He that walketh with wise men shall be what?
So you see that? If you walk with wise men, what shall you be?
Wise.
So if you walk with a loser, what shall you become? So if you sit in accounts with losers, what will you become? And you'll cry, right? All right. So when you walk with wise men, you become what?
Wise.
When you walk with winners, you become what?
Winner.
Well done.
18.
Read on.
As a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
A what?
Companion of fools.
So if you walk with fool, what you'll become? And the Most High said, the Most High don't like fools. So the Most High said, a companion, a gathering of fools, they will be destroyed. Read on, 22.
Verse number 21. Evil pursueth sinners, but the righteous good shall be repaid.
The righteous good. So whatever good the righteous do, will what? You'll get paid for it. But the more evil you be, what pursue you? Sinners. Because the Most High said, angel encamp it around them that fear him. So if you not fear the Most High, what will encamp around you? The wrong. You don't want those angels come for you. Can? So 22.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children.
Look who the good man leaving inheritance to. So when the parents died, I was watching this thing on the news about Nigeria. The father of a son and a daughter. I was watching it yesterday too. It was on the news. And the father of a son and a daughter. And the father died. And the uncle went in and kicked them out of the house. I never know that could happen though. Because I know if the man live, if he no right no will, if he pass, everything is for the wife. Right? But he never married, so I thought everything would be gradually for the children. So they say it was a big court case open over it. It was in Lagos. So the man, the brother died and the brother come. They based upon the tribes and the rules, and the brother kicked the both children out the house.
Yeah. They have movie for it.
Hmm?
They have movie on it.
They have movie on it? Because you see, where I'm from, nothing like that. You will never spend a night in that house. You do something like that in Jamaica and see if it's, first thing, it cannot happen.
That's it.
Okay, if the parents die, the house is for the children.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
remember the Ashanti here.
Yes.
That's what that they do to me.
Yes.
I know the Ashanti, yeah.
Right.
And now they don't make a will.
Now it's changing.
Yes.
But only when your father built a family land, that is when, it's either you take your house and take our land, or they share the house in between
Stop it.
the family, but it's changing.
Right? So no, but no, the Bible said a wise man do what?
Leave it as inheritance.
Come here, boy.
Children's children.
Put your hands here. Next one.
What's about one?
What's on your fingernail? Do you see this? Go sit down and behave yourself. Stop wasting ink. See your head? So read 22 again for me, Shama.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse number 22.
Mm-hmm.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children.
So you see who the good man leave the inheritance for? So deacon, you don't have to give these robbers nothing. Tell them you're waiting on their children. All right?
Yeah.
Read on.
And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
The wealth of the sinner, whatever wealth the sinner have, guess who's going to come and take it? The just. So you see, a good man leaving inheritance for his grandchildren. Because, and you know why the Most High put it this way? Because even though we come in the truth, it will be easier for you to teach your grandchildren the knowledge than your own children.
True.
And your grandchildren will always respect you. Just imagine you go to your grandmother's house and they say, boy, come on, I'm going to church. Who going to tell your grandmother they're not going to church? He's only a rebel who do something like that. You understand me? But the children big, they grown, they out there. What can you tell them about the Most High? So if you, when you get their children, because most of them going to bring their children to you anyway. They have children, they come, they drop off the child, they gone. You teach a child. So the Bible says when you teach a child now, guess what you do? Guess who you leave the inheritance for? Because the child have common sense. Because the child going to teach, say, I see my grandparents doing this. You understand me? So the child going to teach his grandchildren too. And I guarantee you, is that grandchild going to bring you back. But get Genesis. I think 48. Start on 5. Genesis 48 verse 5.
Book of Genesis chapter 48, verse number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine.
So you hear what Jacob said? Look at what your father Jacob said. Just imagine a father telling his child that in Ghana today. Say, listen, you come to Ghana, you have children. I wasn't here when you have them, but these two boys are mine. So do you see why Ephraim and Manasseh is on the 12th tribe?
Yeah.
What did Jacob say to them? Look at this bold statement that Jacob made here.
Yeah.
Jacob said, listen man, I know you have these children when I was in Egypt. I wasn't here with you. But no, these two are mine. So go have your own. And then the two children get numbered in the 12th tribe and nothing. Imagine this. Jacob said, yeah, I know you have them in Egypt. I wasn't here with you. But no, these two boys is mine. Real?
As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
So hear what Jacob said. As Reuben and Simeon is mine, so Ephraim and Manasseh is mine. So Joseph, I don't know what you're going to do, you know, but I'm not giving you no inheritance. Look at that deacon. So people always ask why Ephraim and Manasseh is on the 12th tribe. I have to bring them back here. God, Joseph said, Jacob said, Joseph, go look at next father. Go. But these two, I'm taking them. And Joseph went and scratch off of the 12 tribe. Guess who is putting there? And even if Dan have to go too, guess who is staying there? Ephraim and Manasseh. But Dan should be there. Right? The one in Genesis, in Revelation 7 is a mistranslation. Dan was supposed to be there. One supposed to remove and Dan stay. Which one is that? Joseph is not there. Genesis 11, Revelation 7 is a mistranslation. When they say 12,000 from each tribe, Dan's supposed to be there and one tribe pull back. Which tribe is that? Levi. Levi not supposed to be there. Because the Most High said they have no inheritance. Huh? So read verse 5 from the top again, Shaman.
The book of Genesis chapter 48 verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt,
Real?
are mine.
Are what?
Are mine.
Real?
As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
Look at what the father told his son. Look at this. Jacob said, I know when they have them I wasn't here, but today guess whose child they are? Read?
And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine.
And what he said?
And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine.
And whatever children you get beyond them, those children are yours. But these two is mine. Read?
It shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance.
So you hear what the Moses said, what Jacob said. They're going to be called after the name, not their uncle. Their brethren, their brothers. After the inheritance. So that's why you see them on the 12 tribe chart. Because Jacob said, they're brothers, they're mine. Read on.
And as for me, when I came from Adam, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan, in the way. When yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephrath. And I buried her there in the way of Ephrath. The same is Bethlehem.
So where Rachel buried? So you remember the murdering that was happening in Bethlehem? And he said, who was there mourning for her children? Rachel. You understand me? Real?
And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, that they are my sons,
Really?
whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them.
So you see who get the blessing? Real?
Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age.
So Jacob was old.
So
Can you see better than Deacon? You're sure? So Deacon I dim for age. Real?
Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see.
So you could barely see blurry, like some of you here. When some of you here read the Bible, you see blurry. Right? Read on.
And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them.
And he what?
He kissed them,
Read?
and embraced them.
And hugged them. Kissed them and he hugged them. Right? Read on.
And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, God hath showed me also thy seed.
So you see that. So Jacob thought Joseph was what? Dead. So Jacob said, I never thought to see your face. But guess what? God bring your seed to me. Right? Read on.
And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand.
So what Joseph did, he put Ephraim where? To the left hand. And he put Manasseh where? To the right hand. Because who Joseph wanted to get the blessing? Manasseh. Why?
First one.
Because it was
First one.
the first one. But the problem was, Joseph was simple, man. Not Joseph. No, not Jacob. Ephraim. Ephraim was simple, man. So Joseph couldn't stand Ephraim. Although Ephraim was his son, he said, no, you boy. Even the Most High called Ephraim what? A silly dove. Foolish dove. Right? Read on.
And brought them near unto him. And Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it upon Ephraim's head.
So Jacob do the opposite. 'Cause remember, Manasseh was at the right side, you know, and Ephraim the left. So when Joseph bring them, Jacob, which is Israel, he did the opposite. He crossed his hand. Right? Read on.
Laid it upon Ephraim's head,
Mm-hmm.
who was the younger,
Read.
and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands writtenly.
Mm-hmm.
For Manasseh was the firstborn.
Read on.
And he blessed Joseph and said, God, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from the all evil, bless the lads,
Bless the lads, the boys. Read.
and let my name be named on them.
Let what?
My name.
Just imagine, Shamak, you stand up there and hear an inheritance like that going on. You losing everything. So Jacob even said, Mosai, let my name be upon them. Make everybody call him Israel too.
Mm.
Right? Read on.
And the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac,
Mm-hmm.
and let them go into a multitude in the midst of the earth.
Read.
And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him.
He was what?
Displeased.
He was mad. He said, this silly boy. He was mad. He said, what the hell is my father doing here? Eh? Out of all of them, you give this silly one the blessing?
Mm.
So Joseph said it was what? Displeased. Read.
And he held up his father's hand
He doing what?
Held
Lift
up
up
his
his hand. What you doing? Read.
to remove it from Ephraim's head onto
Mhm.
Manasseh's head.
Read.
And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, but this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head.
Read.
And his father refused and
And
said,
what Jacob did?
He refused.
Jacob said, go sit your ass down, boy.
And said,
I might can't see, but I still have strength. So no matter how weak Shaman think I is, go sit down. I'm not doing it.
Mm.
Right? Read on.
And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it.
Jacob said, you might think I'm lying, but I know what I'm doing. Read.
He also shall become a people,
Mm-hmm.
and also shall be great.
Read.
But surely his younger brother shall be greater than he,
Read.
and his seed shall become a multitude of nations.
Look at this. A blind man telling you this. Eh? You can't see nothing, and he said, listen, Ephraim going to be greater than Manasseh. And Ephraim was greater than Manasseh. Can remember Jeroboam? Jeroboam stand face to face to Solomon and took 10 tribes from Israel. Man. Right? Read on.
And he blessed them that day,
Hmm?
saying, In thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh.
Read.
And he set Ephraim before Manasseh.
Read.
And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers.
So look at this. You see how we embrace death? And we accept say our time has come? Because what I didn't want to go through today was to show you how Abraham even buy his cave for his burial before he died. Those are the scriptures I didn't want to go through today. So when our time coming, it was never anything fearful because we know it was coming back. You understand me? So he blessed them and said, listen, brother, I'm going to die now. We embrace it. It's nothing like what you are doing now. What you are doing is have to be something wrong. Yes, they buy their own cave. Just imagine you go into your house and you see your mother with a casket at your house today. What will you do? Be honest. Witchcraft. Eh?
What I once says,
Yeah,
you say no, this is not your time, you can't die.
exactly. Right? So read 21 again.
And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorites with my sword and with my bow.
Mm-hmm.
What's mine?
Yes. Read
And
further.
Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together.
So you see, he blessed Ephraim and Manasseh first. Because he see them as who? His son.
Come.
Did he say grandchildren? His son. Can he say, Joseph, I don't know what's going on for you here in Egypt, but I'm taking these two. Whatever come after them, that's yours. I don't care much about those. Imagine this. Eh? So who in Ghana know the father going to come and take the child today and say, this is mine, go your way, have your own children. Is that one? Can your father do that to you?
Yeah, they will be glad though.
And
Only if you won't call them that they need money. Someone taking care of your child for free. Hey,
But the woman,
Hmm?
but the woman will never understand.
The woman, that's why the most I deal with the man. If somebody come now and say, listen, Shama, let's go. We're going to go do the work in Jerusalem. Guess who first going to cry?
Okay, why is it not my grandfather, but your grandfather?
Exactly. So you see, it's a difference. Huh?
Ah.
So jump to Deuteronomy, Sister, Genesis 49:27.
Genesis 49, verse number 27.
And what's the time now? 6:15? Stop me at 6:20. Read on.
Genesis 49, verse number 27.
Read on.
Benjamin shall raven as a wolf.
So that's why when I came in the truth, they say I was Benjamin, and I'm contented with it. Your test today was gonna be, you're going to tell me a tribe and you break it down for me to get it. Okay, Mr. Man? I don't know if you're Levi or you're Judite. She look like Ephraimite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she have a little dove in her. Okay. Right? So it is a Benjamin shall raven as a wolf. How do a wolf raven? Ooh. So that's why they'll tell you Jamaica is the most aggressive and angry people in the whole planet Earth. And they said we also raven in our reggae music. So from the song that we were singing, because our first songs was chop. Huh? Scare. And reggae is something that come in the 80s. When we was starting the 60s, 70s, we were doing ska. And every song that we get the opportunity to sing, it was about killing the slave master. So reggae music in Jamaica was illegal, even in the 70s. So reggae music was free. So you see, just like we go on the street and preach, that's how the Bunny Wailer and them, Jacob Miller and them used to group up and sing about we killing the slave masters. So this is part of it when we raving as a wolf. Every song we sing, even Bob Marley sing St. Like bombing a church. Yes, any song that we sing back then, it was all up, even Burning Spear. When Burning Spear come out in 1979 and said, do you remember the days of slavery? And then Christopher Columbus was a damn blasted liar. You understand me? So we raving as a wolf. And then Dennis Brown, do you know to fight a revolution? You understand me? And then Dennis Brown also did a song to the Promised Land. Y'all listen to the song and listen to the word. He said when he go in, they can hand his way to the Promised Land, you know. So when he go to Ethiopia, and the highway in Ethiopia named the King's Highway. So even though a video, he's heading to Zion, but he's on the King's Highway. So if you come to Ghana, I should do a song here on the Bush Highway. See the difference? Because the highway there named George W. Bush Highway. But he said when he go to Ethiopia, he was on the King's Highway. And he on the King's Highway heading to the Promised Land. So when they say Benjamin shall be raving as a wolf, this, and I accept it. So if you say whatever tribe you be, you will prove it. Simple. Read on. It might not come next week, but it will come.
In the morning he shall devour the prey.
Read.
At night he shall divide the spoil.
So you see, so the Most High said in the morning we're going to rob, and at night we're going to divide the spoil. In the evening we're going to go to hunt, because that's what wolves do. So that's why evening slavery will tell you, Jamaica was the worst on the ship. When they send us to Jamaica, they send all of us to die. They put snakes on the land, and we start to kill the snakes and all. They never know we'll escape. Because Jamaica was one of the few places when some of our people come off a slave ship, they have not went on a plantation one day in their life. From they come off, they go in the mountain. Even Sam Sharp, 1832, May 23rd is our Labor Day. And Sam Sharp created May 32. 1832, May 23rd. Sam Sharp went around Jamaica and light every cane field afire. Sam Sharp said there's no cane, there's no slavery. So then the white man made beetroot. You know beetroot, right? It's genetically modified food. He make it in 1839 to replace the sugar because the slaves then stopped planting sugar cane to give them sugar. So they have to create beetroot. So beetroot was created 1839. All right? So read on, Shema.
Verse number 28.
Mm-hmm.
All these are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Read.
And this is it that their father spake unto them,
Read.
and blessed them. Everyone according to his blessing, he blessed them.
So he gave the 12 sons blessing. So you see, who get the blessing? It was Ephraim and Manasseh. Joseph, just imagine the father that bless everybody and Joseph just standing there looking and say, I thought you'd give me all of this. I wasn't there with you. But you see the father said, leave me, I know what I'm doing. I might be blind, I'm not foolish. I know I see you stand there. Right? Read on. Verse 29.
And he charged them, and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people.
You went die.
Bury me with my fathers.
Bury him with his who?
With my fathers.
So if somebody died in Ghana, can you dig up the grave and put somebody else in there?
They carry it for some-
They do that?
Yeah.
Okay, read on.
Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of
What you must bury him in?
the cave.
No, the man put him in a casket and lock him down there. Read?
That is in the field of Ephraim the Hittite.
Mm-hmm.
The cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre,
Mamre.
the land of Canaan,
Mm-hmm.
which Abraham bought with the field of Ephraim the Hittite for a possession of a burying place.
So look at this. He was in Egypt. So he said, when I die, bring me back to Jerusalem to bury him in the cave. That who buy? So you see, Abraham leave inheritance for his children even in death. So just imagine a father said, as your father tell her that, I want to go bury my grandfather. How spiritual and beautiful is that? He went in and he lied alongside of Abraham. Isaac is there. It's you all see the caveman. You all you was last. I apologize. But we all see the cave, right? Or what?
Done.
And we see the different caskets what they are.
Done.
You understand me? Just like when you watch a vampire movie, it's something like that. You can just push it off. And they are there, different casket. And the wives were there too. Leah was there, Sarah and Rebecca. You have Jacob, Isaac, Abraham. Right? Read on.
There they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife.
Mm-hmm.
There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife.
In one grave. One. Read on.
And there I buried Leah.
There Jacob said, bury who?
Leah.
I bury my wife in that grave. Read on.
The purchase of the field and of the cave that is therein was from the children of Heth.
Mm-hmm.
And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered up his feet into the bed.
He put up his feet in the bed. Just imagine that. When you embrace death. Read.
And yielded up the ghost,
And said, Yahweh take me. Read.
and was gathered unto his people.
Verse 50.
And when Joseph fell upon his father's face,
What Joseph did?
fell upon his father's face,
Read.
and wept upon him, and kissed him.
What Joseph did?
Wept upon him.
He cried, oh daddy, get up daddy. And he was just talking to him 2 minutes ago. And you see the man put his foot in the bed and the man just say, okay, it's time, Yahweh, I'm ready. These children stressing me out. Just imagine that. How peaceful is that? That's life. Was he in any nursing home? Was he in an hospital? The doctor doing any surgery and in the track? Listen, man. You don't understand this. But one day you will. It's not hard, it's easy. You understand me? Because some of you make many trips on this place. Read on.
And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father.
Mm-hmm.
And the physicians embalmed Israel.
Read.
And 40 days were fulfilled for him. And so are fulfilled the days of those which I am bound.
Mhm.
And the Egyptians mourned for him 10 days.
The Egyptian mourned for who?
Him.
The Egyptian mourned for Joseph. Okay, last one.
Wait, okay, I have a question too.
Mhm.
So if we are reincarnated and we are coming back, what happens to our other bodies?
Other bodies,
Yes.
they go back to the soil. The spirit is what important. The body is flesh and blood. Nothing can inherit the kingdom of God. What's speaking now cannot feel pain.
So comes the Christian says that when the Messiah, because I heard something like that, I don't really
Mhm.
remember.
Okay, my
They said
Christian sister.
when Christ comes,
Mhm.
he will give us, he will create us. That's why he will give us a new body. That is why he buried beneath it.
But even if the body buried beneath, that don't have nothing to do with the spirit. Because the body will always go back to the ground where it come from, and the spirit will go back to God where spirit come from. What's speaking in you now is a spirit. That will never be underground.
Okay. But he said that if Christ come right now,
Mhm.
like, and the dead will rise, all of us will rise, right? It's fine. So I'm saying, I asked one pastor that why they bury their people 6 feet. Why they bury their people 6 feet. And he said, when Christ come again, that is revelation, when he comes to include us. So that means the spirit is rather the one that the Messiah will call and give us new bodies.
Every time, every dispensation I come is a different flesh. And I can't even say that because there's no proof or witness for it. But when you read, get Revelation 6 and 9. But that's the most side. She's talking in Corinthians 15. When they tell you about the immortal body, and that's the most high, that's our Christ. Yes. Read verse 6 and 9. Revelation 6 and 9.
Revelation chapter 6, verse number 9.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of
The who?
The souls.
No, the body.
The souls.
So you hold the seal now. So John saying, see who?
The souls.
The souls, which is the spirit.
Mm.
Not the body. The spirits. Read.
Of them that were slain for the word of God.
So you see dead people. But in the body, when you slay a man, the body go under the ground. But they said the soul went back to where? He said under the altar, under the heavens, you see the souls of them that were killed for Yahushua. And what were the souls saying? Read.
For the testimony which they held.
Read.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord?
So what the soul is saying?
How long, O Lord?
So every righteous soul that go back, they say, Yahushua, how long you gonna make the children live like this, Yahushua? Do you see that? Read.
How long, O Lord, holy and true,
Mm-hmm.
dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
So they say, come back on the earth and judge the white men and avenge us. Right? Read verse 11.
White robes were given unto everyone.
What was
of them.
given unto them?
White robes.
And say what?
And it was said unto them that they should rest yet. for a little
So you
season.
see when they die, what you're doing?
Mm.
Rest. So he said to them to do what?
Rest yet for a little season.
Read.
Unto their fellow servants also and their brethren, thou should be killed as they were, should be fulfilled.
Because the question and the point of the matter is, it's different transition to the kingdom of Christ. Because the Bible said in Daniel 12, 1 and 2, the dead in Yahushua first shall be what? Wisdom. And that's spiritual and physical. You understand me? But the spiritual aspect of it, that will all manifest unto us in that day. You understand me? But for the physical aspect of it, no. By we being pure and clean is what? Keeping the commandments. And even coming back, even for the sense of you coming back, you have to acknowledge and keep the commandments also. Because that's the one, that's why I said the souls of them that were slain for Yahushua. You understand me? White robes. Robes just white mean what? Comfort. You understand me? They're giving a time to comfort and say, just wait a little while. Couple more your peers going to find you. Hold on. So one.
So, like, is it the righteous or the one that's obeys God's rules?
The righteous is the one who obeys God's laws. Huh?
I think the only one that will reincarnate.
That mean what?
Reincarnate and reborn.
Regenerate? No.
Very bad.
Most. Because the Bible tells us the Most High going to destroy. Be careful. You always try to tell you, be careful of God, destroy the spirit and the body. So some will be destroyed, some will be back. I can't tell you who. I just want to be in that column. Yes, madam.
It's almost the same question. So the question is, those people that were trapped here under the altar, didn't get a chance to reborn.
Yes, they come back.
So how many times do one person have to go and come back?
When we go through that process one day, you'll figure it out. Or am I going to tell you what's going on in the afterworld? The Bible says we have no remembrance of it. Did you remember the night your mother had you? Only person speak of remembrance for that is one prophet in the Bible. Zamar, who is that prophet? And I need the scriptures. People, they tell you what it is. Give me the scripture to me. Madam Katrina. Lamar, you can sit and answer. I know you stand up and down, up and down. You don't know. Deacon, didn't you say she was a scholar? Eh? She was a tough one. So why is she so soft and emotional? You see the word of God will beat you up and down the street. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. And then that should be it, if no more question. So you see, even Jacob was crying. And if you read 50, go no more, you can see Joseph was mourning so bad, man, that the rest of brothers have to ask him what's wrong with you. You understand me? Because the rest of brothers know their father will come back. But in the sense that Joseph never grow with him. Joseph never wanted to see him leave like that. But just imagine your father just start here. He put up his foot in the bed and then that's it. Just imagine that easy transition. Because one thing man cannot comprehend, and it's because we don't understand it. Mama Coco. If the next person call back, I'll find out sister you want. Who is Mama Coco?
My mama.
Okay. Read what you have, Shama.
Jeremiah chapter 1.
Verse 5, yeah.
Before I formed thee in the belly.
What Jeremiah, what the Moses said?
Before I formed thee in the belly.
Read.
I knew thee.
So you see that? The Most I know you from you in the spiritual aspect. So did your father form you in the belly or did the Most I form you in the belly? But your father will say it's him, right? But the Most I said, before I put you in your father back, and your father transfer you to the mother belly, guess what I do? So where you know him from? That's in the spiritual world. Mary was just here kicking it. But because we're in different dimension, we cannot contain that. We cannot remember that. Right? Read on.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
Before you came out of the what?
The womb.
So when the midwife tell her push, push, push. The Most I say I will bless you before that. Read.
And I was on thee prophet unto the nations.
And he said, I am a prophet unto who?
The nations.
Pure lies, right? Read on.
Then said I, Lord God, behold, I cannot speak.
So what Jeremiah said? I'm in the baby, I'm in the belly. I can't speak to you. Stop talking to me. Let me rest. You see that? I'm at rest. I cannot speak. Read.
For I am a child.
I'm a what?
A child.
Read.
But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child. But thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee. And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
So when did the Most High tell us what job we were supposed to do? Do you know in the womb, we had the Most High have a personal conversation and we all agree on one thing? Do you know we all agree on one thing in the womb? But guess what? When you come out the home, you change. You change. You're on the most side talk and you say, yes, Yahweh, I'm going to do this. And when you come out the home, guess what you do? You change. Because the most side just look at you. That's why Yahweh could say, Judas go do what he was created to do. So when you come out the home, you change because you find new friends. You find everything new. You switch on God. Right? Read on.
Be not, be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee.
So the Most High said, when you go teach in Cape Coast and you go to Anthem, and you see all these Muslim and these angry people there, Zawan, don't be scared of their face. Because black people love vex up their face. They look like a wolf. The Most High said, don't scare of their face. Read on.
Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth.
And touch his mouth, read.
The Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
So you get the word. All of you get the word. So tell me no, the Most High never did that to you. Lie on him. Because you changed the agreement. The Most High never changed it. You changed the agreement. Because even Nebuchadnezzar come and say Jeremiah is a madman. But Jeremiah stick to his agreement. But you changed. Read.
See, I have set this day over the nations and over the kingdoms.
So you see that the Most High said, Jeremiah, I set you over all the nations and over all the kingdoms of the earth. Read.
To root out.
To what?
To root out.
To pacify the matter. To talk about these things. Read.
And to pull down.
And to tear down all false imagination there is. Tear it down. Read.
And to destroy.
And to what?
Destroy.
Destroy all false denomination. If it's not thus say the Lord, we're going to put a fire on it. Read.
And to throw down.
And to tear it down. Read.
To build and to plant.
And then we get the opportunity to build a nation from the ground up. And then what we're doing, we plant the word in a nation from the ground up. So y'all make an agreement with God. You the one switch. So that day when we are meeting, as I said, what Paul said, I fight a good fight. I finished the course. I kept the faith. Make sure we all can say that. And say, Yahweh, we did the best we could have done. Can you all make an arrangement with him? You all make an agreement with him. And you tell him, Yahweh, just send me back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So if you come down and you do what you're supposed to do, next dispensation you come. What the richest man in Africa name? My name? The one with the cement. Dangote. You might be Dangote's daughter, our son. By just doing the will of God. You wake up, you all of a sudden, boom, my father is Dangote. They say, what did I do to have all this wealth? Then guess what you do? You forget the Most High again. And the Most High say, come here. You're going to go be poor again till you get it right. So everything is a balance on this earth. That's why I say you cannot comprehend or deal with the Most High. You cannot think like you think. But that's why even certain man, me and Awar was at the market, and you see the man come crawling on the ground, can he stand up straight? Ask yourself, what did he do to God? Because as long as he lived, he can never go into the temple of God. What was your trespass was against him? So all of you need to give thanks today. You understand me? None of you is in those predicament. I might have to check some heights and things, but I'm not going to be the judge. That's for you, Shaman. So start to measure. Get a measuring stick. When you read Revelation, the Most High tell John, get the measuring reed. Did he tell him? Yeah. And measure the temple. Measure the gates. And have the measurement standing right there. Everybody walking. Check their height, John. Check their height. Sister, you want to know what are you, madam? You don't know? Hey. Shaman. 4 feet 2? 4 7? She about 3 9. You're 5'9", Deacon?
Oh, no.
She know 5'9", stop it.
No.
You not even 5'9". You go 5'7", 5'8".
So I'm like 5'3".
5'3". Ooh,
Who say you wanna?
you not even 5'3".
Me 5'4".
You not even 5'4". Oh,
5'4".
it's true. You ain't no 5%. You see these people?
I never tried. It's two. See, no, see, you know the reason why he's saying like, he doesn't know it's up for.
Okay, all right. My dad said
It is 12 inches in the feet.
And Shamar is how much? 2 what?
4'7".
4'7". Who?
Because I have a friend.
4'5".
He's a little taller than her.
And I'm 6
Four.
You're 6 feet. Marty.
Hey.
All right. Zawad. So that's it. Are any more questions?